Today we're going to be making for you our version of Thai basil fried rice. Oh, I absolutely love it so much. I love Asian and Thai food. So where we can't get it very well or very easily here, it's just better to make it. So we're going to show you how we do our Thai basil fried rice. It's very easy and packed full of flavor. So let's get started. So to start off, we're going to be adding oil to our pan. And for this, I like using a light oil. So we're using a sunflower oil today. So just put a little oil in there. Then we're going to be adding our garlic directly to the pan. Yum. Get this sauteing. And again, we want this translucent and starting to just sweat, and then we'll start adding our other ingredients. One thing that you can do if you like is you can add either chicken or tofu to this as well. And if you're going to be doing that, I would add that right after we finish sauteing the garlic a little bit. But for now, we're just gonna let this saute and then we'll add our vegetables. It's been sauteing for just a minute, so now I'm gonna add the hot pepper flakes to this pan. That'll also season the oil nicely before we add in our veggies. So we just wanna let this toast for just a minute or so before we add the vegetables. That's been sauteing nicely, so now we're gonna add our vegetables in here directly to the pan. We have our julienne bell pepper, some onion, the onion and pepper are sauteing beautifully. You can see the onion starting to get translucent. So we're just gonna let this cook for probably another minute, and then I'm gonna add our sauce and let that finish cooking, and then we'll be adding the rice. Now that that's been sauteing for a few minutes, we're gonna add the sauce directly to the pan. We're gonna do all of it right in there. Incorporate that. Beautiful, smells so good. Incorporate that with our vegetables, and then we're gonna be adding our rice to this. Yum. So now that that's all mixed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our rice to the pan. Nice fluffed basmati rice here. Okay, so now that that's in there, we're gonna just toss this all together. Incorporate all those flavors together. See that coming together beautifully. That sauce, it smells so good. Ooh. The only thing that will make this smell even better is when we add the Thai basil to it. Yum! Alright, let's keep incorporating this. We'll just toss it until all of the sauce and the rice is combined. All right, so we have this all incorporated and it's smelling so good. So at this point, we're gonna add our Thai basil in there. Add that nice flavor. We're gonna do this really generously because I love Thai basil. And it adds a really wonderful flavor to this. I'm just gonna toss that in here, just let it wilt, and it will incorporate those beautiful flavors in there and also add some nice color to it. Perfect. And we're done. So I just finished making the Thai basil fried rice and it smells so good and it's such an easy recipe to make. I suggest making it at home. But I guess before I suggest it, I should try it and make sure it's as good as I remember. Let's see, let's get a little bit of the basil in there. Let's see. It's just so good. Packed full of flavor. You really get all of that in there and it's just so yummy. It would go really well too with the orange chicken we just made. So good. So I'm gonna give you the recipe for this down below and I'll show you how to get to it as well. So it'll be really easy for you to try this for yourself at home. And I really highly suggest it. Below that, you'll also see a link to our patron sponsorship, and I just want to say thank you in advance for that as well. So I'm going to continue to enjoy this, and we'll say ciao for now. Ciao, ciao. For our recipe, simply click the arrow I have circled in red here. It'll bring you to a drop-down list that you can see here, and it will bring you directly to our recipe.